Right then, time to crack on with the game reviews once again, and the next game I'm going to look at is Street Beat. Let's get that loaded up. Okay, let's have a look at the packaging then. Something I want to mention about this game before I go any further is that this is actually a re-release of a game called Ghetto Blaster that was originally released in 1985 by Virgin Games. There seems to be some controversy surrounding this. I think I remember reading in the article in Retro Gamer 1 that the guys at Mastertronic weren't entirely happy about the fact that this game had already been released before. Anyway, moving on to the packaging itself, and nice front cover, cartoony sort of character carrying his Ghetto Blaster down the street, so that's nice enough. And this is second wave Mastertronic packaging. Spines as to be expected, and the back cover's got quite a few screenshots of the game and a little bit of a description about what you're supposed to do. If music be the food of love, play Street Beat. Seems to make sense. So if we take a look inside, we've got the usual stuff. Rocking Rodney has just had the biggest break of his insignificant little life. It tells you what you're supposed to do, how you load the game, how you play, etc. A bit more stuff on the inside as well, how to control things, which looks quite complicated actually. And that's pretty much it. There's just the back cover with the also available listing that we've seen on countless other games already. So then, here's the game title screen with a big Ghetto Blaster at the bottom, and it says Street Beat, and it's got a scrolling message saying who created it, and you can see a copyright message there that says it was made in 1985, which does refer back to the original Ghetto Blaster game. Other mentions of Ghetto Blasters there as well on the scrolling message. Okay, so let's get on with the game. And you start off in front of this record store, which is Significance Records. That's the company that you're working for, and you've got your Ghetto Blaster in your hand, and as you can probably tell, it's rather quiet at the moment. And the aim of the game is to collect some batteries for the Ghetto Blaster and a tape, and then play music to people. This score thing across the top tells you how many people you've got to get to dance before you complete the stage, if you like. When you get the right number of people, then you have to go and take the tape back to the record store. So, first stop is to get some batteries, and you go to this electrical supplies shop. And as it says across the bottom of the screen there, batteries collected. So now I've got to find a tape, and you do that by walking along the street. And you're looking for a door that's flashing. Now if you go in some of these doors, there's lots of little messages get displayed across the bottom of the screen. Get on the right track, baby. Yakety yak, don't come back. Basically there's lots of song lyrics being mentioned. So let's see if we can find a place that's got a tape. It's not proving very easy to do at the moment. Rapidly turning into the worst demo of a game ever. There's also these guys wander around who can either do damage to your Ghetto Blaster or can even just kill you straight out and make it game over. Right, here's a flashing door, so this will get me a cassette or tape. As you can see, that's now gone into the Ghetto Blaster, and now when I press F5 I can turn the Ghetto Blaster on. So what I'm going to do is try and find someone to try and get to dance. Here we go, turn the Ghetto Blaster on, and you use the fire button to fire music at them and make him dance. And as you can see, the screen's flashed and now he's dancing around rather badly. So let's see, that's basically that level continued, although you can make other people dance if you want to by zapping them with the musical notes. Nearly back to where I started, back on Funky Street, which is where the record store is. There we go. So I go back in there and it'll come up saying tape delivered. Now the tape's gone, and I've got to go and find another tape and do the same thing again. But now I've got to make 5 people dance, so it makes it a little bit more tricky. So let's see what I can do to find another tape. I'm now on a street called Blackberry Way, and as you can see there's a door that's flashing. So I'll go in there and get a tape. Tape collected. I've got to get 5 people to dance. By the way, I was walking around for like a good 5 minutes before I found somewhere that had a tape, which is a bit frustrating. So I've got no idea how to get back to the record place now, so I'm also being chased around by various baddies. So I'm going to turn the ghetto blaster on and see what I can do. There's 2 of them dancing there, I think. As you can see, the streets are all named after sort of song titles as well, like Blueberry Hill, Strawberry Fields, Blackberry Way, so on. You do get the police chasing you, but they don't actually kill you. I'm now on Route 66, which is another music related thing. There's another one dancing, get this old guy dancing as well. Right, so I've got enough people dancing. I've just got to now try and work out how the hell I get back to the record label, which could take a while. Oh, I'm on Electric Avenue. It's a very big playing area. I should say that while I'm wandering along it. There's a lot of very long streets. Those guys are the ones that'll kill you. A lot of very long streets that it's very easy to get lost in, as you can probably tell. I'm totally lost. Let's try going up here. That's back to Blueberry Hill. You can also go down these little side streets, which is called My Way, and I suppose I should talk about the graphics and the sound a little bit. Right, I'm back on Tobacco Road, which I think is pretty close to where I started. So yeah, the graphics are decent enough for the era that they came from. Not the greatest by any stretch of the imagination. Nice and chunky. Music's cool. Well, it's a bit strange that you only get sound when you actually got the ghetto blaster on. It would be nice to have a little bit of background music at some point. Right, I think I'm getting... There we go, I'm back on Funky Street now, which is where the record label is. Here we go. And there we go, tape delivered number 2. So that's basically the idea of the game, is to wander around, find the tapes. There's 10 tapes, I believe, that you've got to get back to the record label, which are rather difficult to find. There's not really much else to say about the game. I suppose I ought to demonstrate what happens when certain types of things hit you. When I find that, I will do so. Okay, I found another tape, but prior to that I got attacked by somebody who's damaged my ghetto blaster. So I've got a tape, but what's going to happen now? Tape snaffled by Gangster of Groove. Oh, he's nicked it. There you go, that's the sort of thing that can happen to you. So let's try that again. Get the tape again, but I think now if I try and turn on the Ghetto Blaster, it won't work. Correct, it won't. So I've got to go and get it repaired now, which fortunately there's a repair shop. So you go in there, Ghetto Blaster is now repaired, and then I've got to get 16 people dancing. I better get on with it. So what I didn't mention is you can also raise and lower the volume of the Ghetto Blaster, like so. That's with F1 and F3. You can turn it off again if you want to, but why you'd want to do that I don't know. And this bar down here tells you how much battery power you've got left. When that runs out, then you're in trouble. Oh, right, problems again. Blaster damaged by a tone-deaf walker. So let's try, go and get that repaired again. Let's give it another go then. And on it goes, really. So I'll just keep playing for a bit longer and see if I can get 16 people dancing. That's quite a challenge, I suspect. So what to say about the game? It's certainly... Oh, it's got me again. Oh, the tone-deaf walkers have damaged your Ghetto Blaster beyond repair. Game over. Okay, well that's game over. You got an idea of what the game was about. Rather tricky and rather frustrating. Not a bad game, certainly very original, and worth $1.99 I think. But as I say, rather challenging, and one thing that will give it replayability value is the fact that you can, every time you play it, the tapes are in a different place, so no two games are likely to be the same. So yeah, not too bad. That's pretty much it really.